a 2-minute turn, which is a long time on that wind. So you heard my voice.
Yeah, I was about to do a practice approach just to get the visual picture, adjusted to different light conditions, everything. It was slightly different time of the day. I wanted to feel the aircraft. We did one practice approach, and there wasn't enough wind on the first one, so I performed the go around. The next one I was fully ready for the go around. But by this time I knew Mike for a couple of months, and I knew his tone of voice. So when he was so calm, and when he said the magic word for me, the steady 7, I was like, yeah, that's the one. And like I was less than a mile on final into the helipad, and totally had to reprogram myself. Okay, it's not a go around this time. This time I need to try to make it. And you know, that was. But his calmness, what I heard on the radio, that was something for me, a big signal and sign from heaven, you know. It's like, yeah, that's going to be the one. And when I closed the flaps to kill the lift and put as much weight as I can on the wheels to get the maximum braking, and I felt the hard ground below me, and I saw the end of the helipad and the deceleration, you know. With this aircraft, once you put the tail wheel down, the nose covers a lot of stuff before you, so I could just see the drop when I stopped. And I can just hear this massive shout. I don't think you even started shouting on the radio. I just heard you through the helmet. I was like, yeah. We did it.
Yeah. I think you heard about 100 people. The cameramen, the safety people, everybody was cheering.
Yeah, guys, so listen, this, for me, as I watched him come in, I had talked through the raising his approach, because like he said, it's hard to see that sight window. And when I watched his approach right where I wanted it, where we talked about having him for safety in case it was a down swirl, as I'm watching him come in on that time I called it, I was already cheering when he was 15 feet above. I was like, that's it. I mean, I knew exactly where his tires were going to touch. I had been standing in the fields all day, every day, like, that one's going to be good, that's going to be a little long, that might be a little short. He's always within, but I knew it. I was 100% sure he stuck it. And I was cheering on his final. I'm like, that's it. He stuck it, braked. I was already yelling. He's rolling, probably looking off the abyss of death, cliff there, and I'm over there, yeah! So, the excitement.
Well, you might have been cheering in your head, but there was dead silence on the
dead
pad.
Silence.
Everyone was going,
yeah. As soon as he's stopping, the everything in my body came out loud, and I actually screamed so loud that I had vocal damage, and I had a bad throat for 2 full months, and worth every second of it. It was so great.
But can you imagine the anticipation after I stopped? I was told, keep the engine running, stay in the aircraft for 2 minutes because we need a helicopter to fly over, and we need these shots. And nobody could approach the aircraft, and I had to sit there with the engine running. I just wanted to jump out and hug everyone, and you just watch the helicopter. I was like, come on, come on, come on.
The modern era, if it didn't get photographed, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So just listening to you here, you know, Cup Crafters, we were involved in the project, and I was the project manager for Cup Crafters for about 1.5 years before this. And just hearing you tell the story right now, it still gives me goosebumps. It was that neat of a project. One of the things I did want to mention is that all the partners on the project were great. The primary partners on the project were Cup Crafters, Red Bull, and Dubai Tourism, which is ex-Dubai.